work every day. For me, I pay $450 to where I live to come here and $450 to go back. Every day they will take listing for oil and carry. But I was surprised yesterday. The minister called and she want to have meeting with us. So we got there. Paulina came and Paulina said there is no budget for us. She's not going to pay us and she put it all down. Maybe when she get money the 15th or next month, she will pay us. But everybody that work on a job, we are government, she will put everybody down, and that's what she did. So we got angry. We went to the mansion in group. 730 persons. Paulina, she said, Joe, we have put her father down when you were working. So anybody that work on a job, we are with him. That job, we have put that she will put them down. Paulina cried to her. So therefore, she came and said, she's not working with us again, and she didn't pay us. So we asked her that we work in this government for the past 6 years. And then for the 3 months that Joseph Walker got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, we can't work. We have been working for the past 6 months. So they should get our pay so that we can go and sit down. That's how she left. So we should go and sit down.
Get bring her to go steal to the main store.
So the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post store.
Yeah, he said I'm going to go steal to the web main store to they get money to the store that will go take it from there. I said, my man, how many bars for the same lecture?
And how can the people catch you now?
The people. Before the man called me back, that was on the 18th. They more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be. I'll call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave for your working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I come to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I'm not go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say.
When they call you in the net now.
When the man call me in the net.
Yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message. You want to give you what?
Tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink
with bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car. So
the food man give you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In a jeep.
Then they are 2.
A big jeep.
Yeah. Black BG, 4 doji. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to mean who talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, looking, then you want post another more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think he's explained to me that you come together. He said you get the tea to the man. After you get the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, just explain things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you,
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more questions again. Okay, that's why now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time to
explain.
Of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wives, free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we faced in 2018, built hundreds of poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to this year. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement. Perhaps more could have been done on different sectors. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives into fruition for the benefit of all Liberians, fellow patriots, Romans, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Imambuaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position that was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserve. I am heading over to the next administration in the net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account United States $40,365.90.
Oh, yes, indeed. I know whenever there is a break, whether it's a day or two, the morning seems different once you do not get to hear the tune, to hear the theme song that wakes you up to the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development, to the news that you can use. Yesterday was one of these moments where you wake up in the morning and you do not hear this song. Hearing it now is an indication that yes, we are back. We are grateful to God for sparing our life to be here again. And yesterday was Decoration Day, a national holiday set aside exclusively to honor the memories of our dead ones and take time out to clean and decorate the resting places of our respective loved ones that have since departed. And so yesterday was so busy across Monrovia and every other part of Liberia. The cemeteries were indeed the scene where families gather and to indicate to their lost ones that, look, we have not forgotten you. And of course, you are always in our hearts. We're back here again in recognition of your love, praying to our God to have continuous mercy upon you. And so that's why we are a very, very great republic, a republic of compassionate people, people who care mostly about ourselves, our families, those that have gone, those that are here, and even those to come. But we have to demonstrate more care for those to come. And how do you determine that we're a society that cares a lot for those that are to come? It's the decisions and the actions we take to prepare a befitting environment that our kids and grandkids will come and inherit. This is quite important. This is how we decorate the future. This is how we prepare the space for posterity to come and inherit. And we must all commit ourselves to these things. The biggest honor is on the government of the day. Sadly, we are seeing state of national recklessness, callous leadership, disingenuous administrative decision, selfish and self-seeking policies, no consideration for the future, no regard for posterity. And that's why we are very troubled. We wake up troubled as to how did we land where we are. But just us, the torch is going to keep burning until we are able to collectively find reason to get these gangsters off our head, of our hands, these gangsters, these looters, people who have records related in criminalities and state looting. Unfortunately, they resurface in national leadership. And all we see is a redux of all of their very despicable leadership attributes. A pleasant good morning to all of you, our friends, our followers, and welcome to yet another exciting conversation on the nation's premier breakfast platform, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9, the People Station, a station that keeps you informed, that keeps you abreast, and simplify the complexities around critical issues of national governance. This is why we are the #1 radio station in the Republic. We thank all of our supporters for being there all of the time, giving us the support. And yes, indeed, this is the Freedom Money Rise, Thursday morning edition. And we are back here to engage very fiercely on those issues of critical national concern. Pleasant welcome to all of our fans in the diaspora, radio, our online radio followers, the social media followers. Kindly continue to share. This is exclusively your contribution to the work we do here, something that we appreciate so very highly. What's the menu? What's on our menu for today's breakfast? Too many things. And the other day we promised you that we will take a position on the proposal for extension of the Asilometer Mineral Development Agreement. We're still putting all of our pieces together. And trust us, the moment we begin, it's going to be a marathon. Unraveling all of the different secrets they are hiding from you in the face of the global uncertainty occasioned by the election of Mr. Trump and some of the anti-establishment policies that he has introduced, disrespecting global order and its ramifications on economies across the world. So when we are, as a third world country, when we are taking decision on extension of MDA, we have to be cognizant of the changing world order. Is the government sensitive about that? No, absolutely. All they care is money, and they're prepared to sell the soul of this country. And they're not even using the money to better our lives. They're using the money for themselves and their concubines. And this is so terrible. This is so disgusting. So yes, once you have a childish arrangement on your hand, sometimes you want to consider certain conversations as childish and you don't want to waste time on them. But for educational purposes and for the desire to bring true reasoning and sense to these diluted discourses, we'll spend some time on comments made by Mr. Bwaka's deputy. Little Jeremiah Kun. Little Jeremiah Kun recently spoke in the United States of America. And when you're small boy or you want LAB, man, you can be so obsessed with considering yourself to be big. So Kwan Kun described or considered former President George Manuel Weah as a common citizen in the sense of the word. And social media and other intellectual spaces in Liberia has gone haywire on, and there have been different positions. Some say, oh yes, Jeremiah Kun is right, and others say, no, he's not. And different justifications are coming from different quarters. Regime apologists are excited, and they are celebrating, and they welcome it. But the saddest thing about the Unity Party is that they always forget that there is a tomorrow. When they were so despicable and profane in their opposition life, they refused to understand that they were pursuing the seat of the presidency in the republic. And when they were being disingenuous to the office of the president of the Republic of Liberia, they forgot to know that the sick man they were parading with will one day go and occupy that place. And favor will be returned. And the way they wanted favor to be returned was not the way they were giving it. So now they have come, and Mr. Bwaka is being served woto. They're complaining all over, crying, oh, the men are, oh, man, oh, you're down the paper, oh, this, that. Well, and that the paper was saying that they're causing other people and stuff. And now they're in leadership. They're treating former leaders anyhow. One day, Mr. Bwaka, Mr. Kun, and all of you today will be former leaders. How do you want to be treated? How do you want to be referred to? Must always click at the back of your mind. How come the most sophisticated group of people are not understanding these things? But when the time comes, then they say, oh, start crying again. You know, like cry babies. Back to the cyclist conversation, we are taking it back by comments made by a woman who endure under sweat and sacrifices of motorcyclists in Montserrat County. Mr. Dollar DeLong. How old man can call him any dollar Dillon. Dollar Dillon, dollar Dillon told me, hey, dollar Dillon. But folks, my name is Abu Sharif, and of course, we are back here one day after declaration to serve you breakfast on the nation's premier breakfast platform. Too many things, too many of these, plus other issues making the news for you, is going to be highlighted on the conversations. And so, yes, let's take a break with our partners, and when we come back, we rumble through straight into our conversations. But just before we do, don't forget today is Thursday. So sorry, yesterday we could not give you some money. I know a lot of you for the holiday were anticipating, that you'll be playing your B. And yesterday was 20,000. Just imagine while you're there at the cemetery and then you play your B. But guess what? Radio Team said, "Look, Abu, we have to bundle it all up, pull it into there. So this is it. So you have a whole lot here to carry. All you have to do is to grab your phone. Make sure you have at least $200 on your mobile money wallet, and that's star 799 star 70 hash. Star 799 star 700 hash, and stand a chance to win fabulous prizes, cash prizes instantly. Soon as you go through, send your money right away. So it's star 799 star 70 hash. And that is the short code. We apologize. Yesterday we could not, but we are showing you that today, because of the situation on yesterday, we're going to be giving a lot of money today. I mean, there's a whole floodgate open for winning. It's all on you now. It's up to you, right? Because the more you play, the better your chances are to win. And the more players we have, the more we are assured that, of course, we're going to pay out just as we have intended. So this is how it works, right? The partners have said, look, unfortunately, due to communication and breakdown and stuff, so we could not be here yesterday. So the partner have said, oh look, gentlemen, let's give it up because our fans, our followers are our precious jewel, and we like to hold them in very respectful manner because they are the reason why we have these program on the radio. And so we can be in and out without giving any prior notice. We can be like the government of Liberia that takes current without even notifying consumers. And they're just destroying people's properties, burning homes, and LEC is being so reckless and all of that. But nobody cares. The president himself cares not. But this is it, right? So grab your phone, make sure you have at least $200 or its equivalent in US, and that's star 799 star 70 hash. You wait a few seconds, and then the option will come where you have to select the currency. Now there where you have to decide whether that LD you have in your phone or that USD you have in your phone. Then you select one or two, option one or two. Either way, then you wait a few more seconds. You will be required then to enter your password, the 5-digit mobile money password. You enter that, then you okay. Automatically, it goes through. Then you play again. You remain in the cycle. There are a lot of people who have demonstrated and committed themselves, and some people will play 10 times. And in most cases, these people tend to be winners. So that's why we are encouraging you. A day after the holiday, I know a lot of you spent a lot on yesterday and moving here, there, yonder, between different cemeteries and all of that, right? So you want to recover. And when you get sick, when you finish your treatment, or you need time to recuperate. So when you have made expenses and all that, you're always looking out for the chance to replenish those ones. And I believe this is an opportunity for you. So today, 20,000, 10,000, depending on the number of plays you make, right, are all set and guaranteed for you. And if we do it as convincingly as we can, trust me, somebody can also walk with $50,000 this morning. All of that, all of those options are possible and available. So you want to take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. So yes, that's exactly what it is. And we are here. We're going to take a break with our sponsors. When we come back, we will we will see if we can talk to some of our frequent players, after which we then dive into our conversation. This break, we will be right back.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Then it can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, and you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must pass on report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Sion.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Do you want the professional to fix your car, or do you need an original spare parts for your vehicle? Well, worry no more. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts on the bypass opposite Orange Head Office is that place. At Macabre, we provide the following services: mechanical, technical work, computer diagnosis and scanning, key duplication and programming, air conditioning, alarm system, and body wagon spray. We also sell genuine and generic spare parts for Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Chevrolet Tahoe, Nissan and Mazda, and most American cars. The good news is that Macabre has its head garage in the Bronx, New York, the USA, where we have a huge stockpile of Ford synthetic mobile oil that is very good for your vehicles. Some of these oils, when used, can service your vehicle by itself for up to 4 to 6 months. We have gas treatment and fuel injector cleaner, original from the USA. We can get you any spare part for your car in Liberia from America in 4 working days, even if we are not the one working on your car. We also order spare parts for other garages in Liberia. We have a tow truck service. Get in touch with us. Just call 0778-324-567, 0778-320-366, or 0778-324-566. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts, Liberia's #1.
Okay, this is the Freedom Money Rise and Freedom 87.9. So we're having some issues with our internet, trying to get the African players to pay us some money to our many players of the Freedom Cash giveaway. So a bus of Sekuba Bambido to spice up the conversation for you this morning. Good morning to you, our own CEO, the old man Sam Science. Good morning. And Ramadan Mubarak. Good morning, Elder Durasano, the Pyramid Base, and all of the folks there. That the Idris Belete. And so all of the folks, let's bring this one down to go in for our business here on the Freedom Money Rise and Freedom 87.9. Okay, so well, I don't know what's happening to Orange Internet this morning. I don't know whether I'm one or not everybody. But yeah, folks, welcome back to it. And so this is it. Yesterday, came to the evening hour. You know, we get 1 hour, brother. Might get trouble. So, so the man up to now, the beginner stay in defense move. Man, just see the minute. You know, when people feeling making noise and talking about meritocracy, competitive, process of, that there should be open competition, fairness in all these things, feeling and they come back. Finish talking all that morning, and they will come back and say, "Oh, really? One man, Cooper pass send it out, Cooper say, oh, Cooper, you think you've been in government for 1 year now, Cooper, please can't tell what thing you not doing in government." Cooper lost. Cooper, you can find Cooper pass away on the social media again. The man run away. Hey, but these are the dummies that can sit in places and be calling other people, say, "Oh, the man, the man, I know the man." Yeah? Bring the man in government as a man. Say, "Oh, brother Cooper, yeah, my man, we seeing your face, everything getting fat. And your morphology has taken shape, a whole different shape. Where your shoe used to be laying for, you're not laying now. Yeah, thank God for that. But please can't tell what you not contribute in the whole mining sector now, with all of the issues about. So just can't tell that want to tear brother trouble. You know, Kobo used to be on everybody post. As soon as you tell your small, even you just sneeze small, you can't there. But God, the president. Somebody, right. So, I say, well, what they mean on work in that ministry? That to be writing on all the, because when you ready working, sometimes you know, not all the time you come on social media. Maybe weekend will understand. But on all the life, the man is going right under my life here. He'll go on OKFN live. He right there, pass all around, right on all the other lives and things. Yeah, but so I want to use it time to tell, but I want to thank you, at least. Our man, yeah. Yes, sir. So this is it. So, bro, I want to thank you. Say, any now couple one miss you, yeah, go asking for a report. Say, my man, we're not talking. Bring your 1 year report. Like my own mail, my brother. But me and Lelo getting hot and small. Begin rule begin first game, man. So, folks, let's see what the guys are working on, giving us what we need. Let's see what are some of the issues captured in our papers, our local dailies this morning. It's important for all of us. So, this is the front page Africa, and it's a setback in the education sector. 3,500 teaching scholarships ends with U.S. cuts. Experts say cuts will hurt efforts to lift low skill level of Liberia's teachers. So what that means is, you see, the ramifications of the U.S. cuts are all still having huge impact on our existence as a country, on our survival. A lot of sectors are being severely hit hard, and the paper is reporting this morning that the education sector is going to be severely hit. That this is going to cause a serious setback because some money that was somewhere that used to provide training for our teachers. You all know the situation with teachers in Liberia, the rural area. You see 6th grade student going to go teach 3rd graders, 4th grader, then 12th grade man going teach 10th grade, 9th grade. And so you can imagine now the kind of education that going around in the society. And so just at that level. So it's in a cycle of I don't know. Yeah, but that's exactly what it is. So this is sad. And then when we look up to our government to make decisions on these things. Yeah. So was it? No, I think Monday or Tuesday, I told you that look out for for members of the majority black. They are doing a lot of BB things that we did not see them do before. Even though the country but we're seeing that some of them are building homes, some of them are buying new cars, 80,000, 90,000 cars. And I saw my man Clarence Gar donated 250 bags of rice in Mangibi County in district number 5, plus 375,000. So the thing is, how only this group of people just having all the money and doing all the big things in the country? That's what we're talking about, right? And also on Tuesday, the so-called majority black said that they took a decision. They said they have suspended district number 10 representative Yeke Koluba. What do we think about the suspension? we are only having conversation about it because the society has been reduced to that level now. We're discussing labor at broadcast level. So of course we have to consider all the trivialities. And the nation is being run trivially. So of course the center of national conversations are all illegal issues, trivial matters, matters that have no real substance, but this is what the government of the day has got to offer the country. So it's not our making. We are not the news maker, right? We pick up. So the guys who are making the news are making the news the way they're making it, and so that's what it is. But in a reasonable environment, we'll not be discussing matters of an illegitimate group. But this is what we have on our hands. So they, according to them, have suspended Yeke Koluba for about how many months? 3 to 4 months, thereabout, right? So I don't know whether the suspension is without pay or with pay, because they enjoy the executive authority now, and finance minister can just block the people pay and all that, right? It says House Majority Black suspends Representative Yeke Koluba for 30 session days, right? For 30 session days. Injustice not good. People are being, because when you feel you have power or you enjoy executive protection and you're meeting out injustice to other people because they are vulnerable, you're taking advantage of people's vulnerability and you're using power now. You say, oh, you can go ahead. In fact, you're soliciting to remove Yeke Koluba from the house. And all of these things are happening simply because you are abusing power. Whether you succeed in these callous actions or not, record has it that you are abusing power for the most part. Your actions are not within the confines of democratic tenets. No, you're acting ultra violent. The court have said that. And again, the court has come again to say, look, the court has come again to say, oh, the finance minister, even the finance minister the finance minister is acting ultra violent. The finance minister went ahead and started making decisions on the finances and salaries and budgets and payment or whatever for the judiciary. And according to the report, there is a financial autonomy some way that was passed some time ago. I may not get a year correct for the justice system of the country, but why can't they doing their own thing now? So they can decide what they want to do and how they want to do it. So tomorrow should be D-Day. Is it tomorrow? No, Friday. No, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow should be D-Day, the 14th, right? It's tomorrow that the Supreme Court is supposed to be hearing or providing clarities on its ruling in the minority black complaint or bill of information, because the legal people think so. You got to make sure you get all the jargons correct and all of that. So the bill of information was submitted, I think December, somewhere around December, and then it has been dragging. So at long last, and finally, before Madam Yo takes her bow, she has to make this very crucial decision, crucial test to her legacy and all that. So there's been different opinions from different quarters, different legal people. And the good thing about our country, our society right now, every profession now is being affected by the political virus. So political identity informs professional contribution to national issues in the country for the most part. Doctors, when they're talking, they get Unity Party doctors, they call in their friend CDC doctors. Nurses are the Unity Party foot soldiers for the most part. So even to administer medication now, they got to know whether you CDC person or you United Party person to inform. So that's how they have destroyed our country. So when we sit there and tell you that Liberia is being destroyed, these are basically what we are talking about. And it must be an emergency for all of us. How are we going to get out of this mess? Because people are being indoctrinated into this whole nonsense about party, and all of that. We're losing grip on, and fundamental ethical guidelines and guidance, and we just going ahead. Everybody, imagine a nurse wearing party t-shirt, identifying as a party fanatics, and then you are supposed to go there after an election period where you campaign for another party, but you're supposed to be admitted in that very clinic for that same nurse to come there. The political sentiment, politics comes with extreme sentiment, whether you like it or not. And people tie emotions to political institution, political movement, political organization. So the moment the professionals start to fall for it, then it becomes terrible. So JFK now, a lot of people are running away from JFK. They're afraid. A lot of people are running away from notable public health facility where they saw nurses campaigning wearing Unity Party t-shirt. People are afraid because, for God's sake, I know there are a lot of professional people there, and but again, all of you had to be blackmailed because of certain, nefarious elements in your midst who thought that by wearing green t-shirt passing around, you hammer out my vote, hammer now you hammer out my salary, hammer now your vote, then that means they will have gotten automatic promotions. But anyway, we're not surprised by being automatically promoted. Imagine your man in the university his whole life, he didn't know what they call office, how office work, nothing. The mayor graduate, but the man is to organize, protect against the regime. So the man becomes senior director in a vibrant state enterprise. This is happening in Liberia. But yes, we are supposed to be talking about merit or meritocracy. We're talking about fairness. We will be counting on experiences. We will be talking on technical know-how. But no, we suspend all of that for green t-shirt. Even at the university, professors have been removed from their positions and shifted in an unimpactful roles simply because somebody somewhere identified them then as being people who supported, rightly so, right, President Weah as their own candidate for the election. And so political decisions are being used to target them, silence them, ostracize them, deny them opportunities. And this is not the Liberia we know. Liberia we know has changed drastically. And so with arrogance, and that is the most annoying part of it. And there will always be more people outside of government than in government. So, but the fewer that are in will be satisfied and okay with how things are running. So the more the anger level increases on the outside, it presents vulnerability and risks for the inside. And every time we will come here and say these things, we will not sugarcoat it, we'll put it right in your face so that you either use it to readjust and run the country equitably and ensure competitiveness in public service and ignore people's political decisions and participation, because this is one Liberia. It's a one nation with one destiny, and everybody must be free. This is where you see in America now, if you're there, somebody can grab you and bundle you no matter what kind of people you get and chung you well. Like, so when you come here, this is where you're not supposed to be ostracized or segregated against. Unfortunately, with Mr. Boakai as president of the country, no, the language is demonizing certain group of people, ostracizing certain group of professionals, denying them opportunity that they competitively deserve. I can call you names of very qualified Liberians who have applied for positions where they could make significant progressive impact. They were denied simply because somebody was able to take their phone and bring all kind of things and say, oh, the person, yeah, you know, oh, the person that the other person friend. Look, how do we run a country like that? But when something happens, they say, oh, everybody need to be patriotic, man. We got to support the country, man. Everybody got to stand with the country. How do you then, when the state is treating you as outcast, treating certain element of society as outcast, and this is bad. This is troubling. This is a sign of danger that needs to be worked on. And every time we come here, we'll remind those in power to kindly do these things. Every time we come here, we'll remind them. They don't like it. All of them, senior officials in government, proud themselves of being anti-Liberians who are seditious or associate or has any relationship with leaders in the CDC. How do you do that? How party politics reaches a point where we begin, we start to antagonize each other and create like this is wartime where IMPFL does not want to see Ulimo and Ulimo does not want to see MPFL, and the people are there and they're fighting and throwing missiles on each other. I thought this is peacetime. I thought this is normal time. Executive Mansion has set the tone for prejudice and biases all across Liberia now. Even you're in a community having community meeting, when other people go there, they won't make their input. Then they say, oh, I see this man in there. So and that 1% man. In fact, as I'm not coming back again, respect the men people there. They say, oh, that 1%. Oh, that 0%, that 1%. So your own person now, what are you not doing in your life? You're that passing around in the community. Oh, there are men at 1%. What is your own 1%? Your own person not doing in your life? After all your person, you tend to city clean up. After all your person, you tend to city clean up. That the value that Baka had to add to your life was to make all of you city clean up. Is it sweeper that sweeper? When you go, the old man that can be cleaning the street, they can call them sweeper, right? Then when you the one that cleaning the executive mansion, other people call them gardener. They make it fun. So you say, oh, but no money. As you call them gardener, you go see them with chapia. They chapping the plate. They sweeping. They say janitors. So yeah, he said a P-wall. Yeah, put it on Adika. Say janitorial consultant. Janitors in Morale. Then they wear the reflector jacket and say, government working. Government working. Go behind master graduate. Gentlemen, we got to boom that on and say, gentlemen, we got to clean. Say the country working. I rescue. Your mind, your partner, what's it? They can leave you to go to start cleaning. So if they live in Ghana, they can take them from there, carry them Congo. That sweeping your mind, your partner can go do. But using them like jackasses. So you don't be talking to your friend and say, oh, 1%, 2%, this, that. Because your own person ain't add no value to your life, may you sweep up. So close your mouth. So let's see, let's recognize some of our guys here before we go into our real issues this morning. So, oh la la, Cecilia Massacre, watching from Norway. Good morning, my son. Good morning, mommy. How are you? Daniel Jigbeer, so watching you from District 17. Good morning, my senior brother. Good morning, Daniel. Stephen Nangbe. Good morning. Watching you from Pepland Community District number 3. Pepland people I used to be jumping around. Oh, rescue. You're rescue. Pepland people, let me tell you, you're ungrateful. My man, before President Weah time, Let me just wait more. Stevie, now you are talking to now, but I am talking about Pearland area there. You know they get a road that going where playing all so the water lines, everything. So sometimes the water line ruptured, and and all that place will be very terrible, extremely terrible. The road there, bah, just way up interior. We are keen for the most part. What do you want government for? We are keen build the road, paved it, put electricity there, put street light, and and started distributing current. So go start reserve on Portland Community Public School. Just a back 200, Jowia 100, 200, 100. So what are 200? What the benefit of 200 on you? Stanley A. Anderson, good morning, Freedom Family. I'm following you live this morning from my business center down Waterside. Thank you, Stanley. Stanley, how is business down Waterside? Otto, good morning, Freedom Family. I'm following from Freeport. Do you like with Freeport or you from the Freeport community? Fatu Dokpodo Ba. Good morning, Abu M. Sharif. Good morning. Amos Deba. Good morning, Senior. I am joining you from my Sand Beach community. Agatha Glasgow. Good morning, Freedom FM Radio. I'm watching from Tinkers Village, RRA Road, the blue city where the common citizen lives. Say Chelsea firstborn Yaya Kuma. Good morning to the Freedom FM family. My name is Yaya Kuma. I'm following this show from Western region of Liberia, from the Western region of Liberia. Victor Saint. Thank you for the show, Comrade Abu Sherry. Thanks a lot, Victor Saint. One of Liberia's brilliant historian. Lee Nangbe Chie. Very good morning, my distinguished brother Abu. I am closely following you from beloved Mama Sando County. Oh, Lee Nangbe, Mekomba. And the great people of Sando do so appreciate the Freedom Radio family for always keeping them updated. Thanks a lot. Trust me, Sando has been a strong backbone, always. Thanks to D2 Radio there, that's always connecting us with the people of Sando, Greenville, and other parts. This is Felicia T. Swain. Good morning to the Freedom family. I am watching you from District 11. Good evening from my aunt, Freedom Ras. I am watching you from some part of Asia. We just getting there. You understand that part? Yeah, the comment about plenty. So let's see. Dominic Dolo Jr. Good morning, Freedom family. AB show prayers are for God to take. AB, how prayers are for God to take us through, and He will show up for us one day. Oh, they made Johnny a prayer band. Dominic, no problem. So I decide to be part of the prayer band. Other people say, yeah, one part called Solutions. Charles M. Dolobapu is watching through our YouTube. He's watching. It says, watching you from a Soul Clinic belt. Thanks a lot. And this is Isaac Omer. Good evening from my end, Freedom. Okay, that's Isaac Omer. I'm done with Isaac already. This is Matthew Yulo. Good morning, Freedom. I'm watching from Grand Cape Mount County, Kinjo. That Kinjo, Baka can pay $5,000 for life. Kinjo people, yaba, value your life at $5,000. At $5,000. So yes, let me see what we can do on the cash giveaway now. Let me see, try to pay out some money. I told you we got a lot of people to pay this money. We got a lot of people to pay. Folks, y'all will. or read the thing they don't say. For you to know how human being can be so ungrateful, wicked, and you have to be careful now on whatever you do. You know what I mean? For you to see, let people to go up today. They want to go up, then they send a demon behind you to go kill you. That's what it is equal to. That's exactly what it is equal to. So, so you all have to play. You all have to play and win the money. Star 799 star 70 hash. Star 799 star 70 hash. Is very, very important for all of you. So let me see. Let me check for Higa's dashboard and see what we can do together quickly and pay out some money to our friends. So keep dropping your comments. Keep dropping your comments and let's keep dropping your comments and let's make this thing work. So right, folks, star 799 star 70 hash is exactly what you have to enter. And once you enter it, you get it. If you enter it. So, librarians, get ready because me want to start firing and let no, thing to be coming in between. So I let them make sure, I make sure all my thing there. I finish and make sure. So this one is coming. Says the Liberian government has denied Henry Costa a Class B license to operate in a gold deposit facility located in Bayasu, Bopolu district. Instead, a Chinese company, Cosmos, currently holds the Class B license and is authorized to operate in the area. On Sunday, we attended a meeting with local citizens in Bayesu alongside the Deputy Minister for Operation and the Assistant Minister of Exploration from the Ministry of Mines. Costa reportedly attempted to secure his license through intermediaries by involving a few elderly individuals who applied for full mining claims, which could have eventually led to a Class B license. However, when the local mining agent discovered that Costa was behind the application but sought to keep his involvement hidden, the ministry took action. Upon learning of Costa's involvement, the minister and his team decided to reject the elders' request for a clearance or Class C license. They insisted that Costa must publicly declare his support for the government if he wishes to obtain a mining license in Bayasu. Kevin, my man, so you're having meeting on Sunday. Costa declare intention, they go down, you go have the meeting, you know, say the man finish. So that means the requirement to getting license now, the country ever. Yeah, as I saw my man Pedro, yellow, Pedro say, yeah. Get a one who, ain't no one who, bo send all the door here. The way you can be yelling, oh, whoa. That cause I was yelling it going down. Just for Class B license, man. Hey, brother Costa. So everybody get that also. I mean, also, some people life, no matter what you do, and this is who they are, this is what they are. So that's Costa though. So you have to know him as that. So I watch a man yelling. I said, man, you don't need to yell, but everybody know, yeah. But you got to yell too now to justify. who only the shops only your beyond yelling. Only yeah, come and tell the country say, oh, how you now deciding supporting it. So that do it quietly, but as I say, the shopping center be stay behind you. You have oh. But yes, Ali Costa for he and his friends. Costa has very valuable friends on both sides that can be bidding for him. So people like us who in our lay corner, we sit down in our lay corner, the people thought that thing will lead the big people thing. Because at the end of the day, they see him friendly like a push for luxurious hotel for their friend. You can go put your more between the people that are. So everybody, their friends handle their issues. When they finish, then you'll come back. So you ain't good to put your more between friends. Put more between friends can be correct. People then try it before. You try it, come on. You try it, come on. You try it, come on. Hey, say you can fool people, but you try it, come on. You try it, come on. So yes, bye bye. So now we all might have listened to Jeremiah Kwan-Kun, the vice president, after he was being booed, dishonored, disgraced, shamed, and exposed to the world by patriotic, nationalistic citizens troubled by the level of the level of lawlessness in the country, the breakdown in democracy and the rule of law under their watch, and the witch hunt and everything that's going on that does not make sense. And these citizens didn't do it simply because they just wanted to be opposing, but they felt nobody seemed listening. Abu has been talking, Kine, Hagar, Austin. We all have been talking, sacrificing, going through tremendous strangulation. Yet still we've been keeping the torch, speaking out. And people are using partisan attachments to ignore the plight of the Liberian people. You bring your issues to us, we raise them, the government ignores them. Stealings are happening. The president cherry picks on what to fight, who to suspend, and who not to suspend. Vices that are counterproductive to democratic principles are happening under the nose of the president. He's taking no action. Citizens are being killed by police officers with no investigation. At least no information on the status of anything that resembles investigation, leaving us with no option but to conclude that there's been no investigation. So in Liberia today, police officer kill you, are free. So these were the grounds on which when Kuhn visited the US and reached out, so others felt no, this is an opportunity not to antagonize Mr. Kuhn, but to just bring his mind back to what is happening in the country and remind him so that he goes in the room and is able to take some decisions or is able to contribute, because as vice president of the country, like I read for you on Tuesday, the role and the position is very significant, very significant and very powerful. It's not just an ordinary role. Absolutely not. So the citizens said and demonstrated this action. So listen to what they were not antagonizing to say, oh, we not want you, right? But they were saying things that we all are aware of: the killings of the people in Kinjal, the different mysterious deaths that are happening, the police shooting, right, that are going on with no investigation, the manhandling of motorcyclists. So let's listen. So when you listen to this, you just don't listen to it from a standpoint of, oh, people went ahead and disagree, but somebody sitting far off and trying to follow up and come across this. This is a signal to the world that in Liberia there is prevalent, injustice is prevalent. That is the number one news. The fact that the second most powerful man in the country will be addressing his citizens, and then there'll be a chorus demanding justice back home, signals that things are not fine, and it is damaging for the reputation of the government. This is damaging for the government's reputation, and in close doors, the government will have to defend and clarify these things. Because as these comments are being made, partners and friends who take their time to investigate, and the investigations are on. So for those of you that sees it just as, oh, you know, the man, it goes beyond the man. It goes beyond that. Right? It is about telling the world what we are going through. We need what? Justice. In Liberia, we need justice. Our problem is there is injustice everywhere. Justice now has eyes. The government takes draconian actions against citizens and scapegoat the recklessness by referring to them as sedition. So for the government of today, the best way to do anything is to do it and just say they're sedition. For them, that's sufficient reasoning. The sufficient reasoning to go away with it. And so moments after the embarrassment, the disgrace, imagine the vice president will be like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we need justice. He said, thank you, thank you. The international wire was there. The message has gone wide. And the government must see it as a wake-up call. Instead of considering it as another partisan thing that you're doing, partisan. Irrespective of where the concerns are coming from, that's why the government monitors the media. Right? You're supposed to have people there, but you put partisan all over now. So we don't care. In fact, I say, oh, don't listen to Freedom FM. Don't listen to Kings. Don't listen to... Nah, you don't run a country like that. Listen to everybody. You don't have to like them, but you have to listen to them. You need all these things to govern. You need the critics. You need the sycophants, right? Basically, just to provide sycophantic comfort for you. So you just need them around, and you know, when you're blundering, then they'll come there, they'll do praise and worship for you. Maybe to just ease your mental tension at that moment. But that's how much they can help you. The sycophants you have, all on Facebook, passing around. Just take their job from them and see whether they mean what they're saying. Or just stop giving them that scratch card or that $100. Just stop it for 2 months and see whether they mean what they're saying about you. You will see them reiterate all of the qualms that we, your critics, have said about your government. Nepotism, favoritism, stealings, right? Partisanship, corruption. They will say, in fact, they will bring prima facie because they are very inside. So these people who work for you, who you're paying, that are clapping for you, they're not genuine. You have to listen to authentic voices. For us, we do not have any reason to fear you. That's why we look in your face, we tell you, Mr. President, they want it bad. Mr. President, it's up to you to fix it. You're not paying or to even be exposing bad things to you. Right? Where you go and face it and get your government back on track. But you ignore it. Later you say, oh, no, don't listen to this. That's foolishness anyway. So moments after, the vice president said and described himself as an old car park. And that comment, those comments were in response to the protest action. That, oh, I'm an old car park. So everything you're saying, yeah, in essence, I cannot really do anything. Oh, it's not on me. Oh. So the vice president was in essence exonerating himself and throwing his boss under his boss man under the boss. Because when citizens raise critical issues about governance, when citizens raise critical issues about justice and fairness, right? As an active player in the government, you must be able to give, a showing response. But if you use that as an opportunity, right, to exonerate yourself, right, and create a kind of escape route, that was for me an escape route. The vice president said the recording is there, the records are there. The vice president said, "Here's an old car park. Let me get it for you and play it." Right? That's what he said. The man said for him, he old car park. So you should not expect much of him. Everything that happened, that the president got to tell him what to do before he do it. Even where he's sitting now, if the president tell him to come back home, he will come right back home. Granted. Now, the citizens are basically communicating that to you. Part of your report when you come home now, because when you leave here, you can go to your president, you go ask him, "Oh, papi, I go in here." So when you come back, you go back, "Oh, papi, I won the trip was successful, but we met our people, we had town hall with our people, and so our people expressed these views as much as you may think they are, but this is what they said. And so just to let you know, other people came to disrupt there and they were chanting battle cry about justice for King George, justice for motorcyclists, and all of that and all of that." So basically, include that in your report. Then you'll be serving your people well. But instead, what did the vice president do? The vice president uses the opportunity to complain his boss man to the Liberian people. Say, "Look, I am another old car parker." Why I'm not seeing if video can be plenty, the government the issue them plenty. So that's exactly what it is. Right? So I am another old car park. There's not much I can do to help. There's not much I can do to help. So basically, you are misdirecting your anger. As if all of that was not neglecting his functions and duties, right? He went on further. In an interview conducted by our friend Tomale George and Peabody. And in that interview now, there were the vice president marketed his limitation for the most part. At certain level, you don't have to stoop very low. Leaders must be able to understand, must be able to manage emotions. The moment you fail to understand and balance yourself there, then there is a problem. So let me play. I know you might have, but just listen and let's make sense. And I'll tell you where the vice president went wrong. Basically, that's what I want. You can agree with me or disagree, but just listen to the logic. But let's hear the vice president, who graduated from high school until he attended Cottington there are a lot of things about whether he graduated or he not graduated, but he attended Cottington, left from there, he went Morocco, spent some time in Morocco, doing whatever. I really don't know, but at least people have said he was in Morocco for some time. Left from there, came back, started selling cigarettes between JK and Ganta. And so yeah, he's a bushcrapper. So this is what he said.
They want to know whether you are a parked car in this administration. That was the last question. Thank you. So, the way our laws are written, every vice president is a parked car. Because on our constitution,
they won't ignore the one. This one is a blatant lie. This is a blatant lie. That's not how. As much as the office of the vice president may seem nominal in terms of its assertiveness, but it does not render it a that functional office. If that was it, if there is no need for the vice president's office, it would not have been there. So that is a blatant lie. Nobody, even a lay child in 12 right now that's supposed to be, go do your wire. Let wire ask you for the vice president, the office of the vice president functions in Liberia. Then you say, oh, the way our laws are written, every vice president is a packer. And see what a wire will pass you or fail you. Now your vice president talking, so rescue children, when you go to wire, you must use your vice president definition of what a vice president is in Liberia context. Because that the man there now, that the man saying it, so you go pull on the paper. So it is a lie. It is a lie. This is running away from the issues. This is running away from the facts. This is not what we know. It's two things possible. It's either you do not know your function and you're finding it difficult to do so, or you are being strangulated. You are being strangulated. So you have to admit to either of the two that, oh, I am a novice to this role, this office. So it has been, the adjustment has been kind of challenging for me, how to adjust in between to be able to execute my functions. And because even as president of the Senate that you have to preserve, it had to take Senator Johnson protests before you got your senses to go and took your gavel as required by the Constitution. So it is possible. So if that is not the case, if you have been around for long now and you know that you know what you're supposed to do as vice president, then you have to tell us that you are being disallowed your duties and your function as vice president that have inadvertently rendered you a racing car parked for the second time in the history of Liberia.
It says the vice president will assist the president.
Mm-hmm.
The president got to request that assistance first. If the president don't request that assistance, Mr. or Madam Vice President, go sit down to your office and go to session.
So this is what I don't get. I don't know what's his school of thought. I don't know his education and his ability to understand these common things, right? I think I want to disagree with the vice president on his interpretation of what the law says, the meaning of assist the president, and reducing it to mean that the president, you are not an errand boy to the president. No, the president has chief of staff. So you're reducing the vice president to an errand guy who the president has to call, okay, go here. I mean, for the most part now, we have to understand that, yes, but there are spelled out functions that you have to perform. Right? And part of the assistance that you have to provide, and that's why the Constitution allows you to attend cabinet meetings where the president sits with his cabinet and makes decisions. So in that process, you have a space, right, to provide assistance in the decision-making process for the country. It is not the president that has to request you to come to cabinet meeting. It is the law that says you must attend cabinet meeting. So you see my disagreement with the vice president. The law said this is what you have to do. Then you come out, you interpret in your own way. You say, no. That law will say, I'm going to assist the vice president, the president. My own Jeremiah Kun interpretation is the president got a request. For as long as the president request, I will sit down to my hall. I move from there, I go to Capitol building. I move from there, I come back home. Then you have to be impeached. Then you do not know your function. When there's citation for cabinet meeting, of course the vice president serves. The vice president attends. When there are meetings, you go. And no concession passes in the country without the vice president knowledge and inputs. Absolutely not. You see? So how come then the vice president, knowing all of these things, tell us that no, all he does is go home, come back, go to session, go home, come back. So how have your presence in session assisted the president? The quality of assistance you provide, because that session you attend is also part of your functions to give assistance to the president to fine-tune and correct concessions. But you say, no, I'm not doing anything. I will sit down with the president, tell me, then go. This is disingenuous to the country. It must not be happening when we have a rescue and sophisticated people in power.
And so every vice president is a packer. Every vice president.
And this is the bold-faced lie that he's saying with so much emphasis and confidence. I mean, to be telling lies in confidence is so disgusting. And to even imagine that the vice president of a country sits on national platform and international wire and be making these things proudly that can be fast-checked. But unfortunately, our fast-checkers are only concerned about oppositions. For the most part, they check on opposition. So if a vice president defines the role of the vice president, don't you think it requires fast-checking? It requires fast-checking. Fast-checkers should be telling us, should be referencing the laws on the functions and details of the vice president and speaking to people, right? And quoting them. And that's why you're there. You're there as a gatekeeper to save the gullible audience of disinformation and misinformation. And I consider this disinformation because the vice president should know and could know what is it, but deliberately intend to disinform the people to exonerate himself. But a fast checker don't see this necessary. So I'm fast checking my man Jeremiah Kun.
Who won't be a running car? That vice president can get in trouble. Is President Baka working with me? Yes.
And so you see the contradiction? Your Baka. But on the other hand, President Baka working with you. Something is not right. Something is smelling. And this is the point I want you all to grab and keep it. When I tell you these things, tell Holden you keep it, you pull it one side, you let it be there. In a not too distant future, in the event where you, any kind of small, then you know what's up. Because this is not too clear. The man say, and he agrees and he accepts that he's in fact in thwarted our law and disenfranchise himself of all of his rights, disable himself and say, I'm a race car park. In fact, every vice president that race car park in the context of our law. So that one day he tried to bring it to the Liberian law. And, because even though that is not true, but fast checker do not feel obliged to check these things. I mean, tell us, come to the public, tell us whether the vice president told truth or not. Because if that's not what the law says, Then in essence, what the vice president is telling us is that his president, his boss, has ignored him, has packed him, is treating him like a dysfunctional, useless vehicle that's just sitting there. He participates none. He's not active in national decision making. He's not involved. His contributions are not considered. This man is giving the president complaint, but I see time he come by, he say, "Oh, the president supporting me." So how then? President that you enjoy camaraderie with, support and things, you will not go out there and say, "I'm a race car park." Something. Have you unpacked why Boakai referred to himself as a race car park during the epic 2017 debate at Pinsville Town Hall, when he called himself Old Car Park? Boakai meant that as decisions were being made, right? He was for the most part not considered in this decision. So the outcome of this decision, he cannot be held liable for them. Henceforth, you should see him, view him, treat him as an old car parked that cannot move. So basically, if the car cannot move, how would the car commit traffic violation for you to get a main ticket? Any car that moving that don't work can either commit traffic violation or you gotta inspect. But the car parked in the garage, then policeman go stand in front of the car. What your driver lesson? What your insurance? It doesn't make sense. So basically, citizens must not be wasting our time venting anger or demanding insults from Jeremiah Kuhn. Jeremiah Kuhn is an old car park. Jeremiah Kuhn flipped and came by and said, "Oh, so that's not correct. Something is smelling somewhere."
As vice president, if I get a vase, I go in the room to the president. I advise the president. Whether the president said I advise or not, my own ends in our room. If they came out, the only thing I can do is to defend it.
You see, the vice president is revealing things here. Vice president say he operates in a system where if he thinks in a particular way or in a certain way about anything, he enters the room and proffers his advice and leaves, whether it's taken or not. So the vice president is basically trying to tell us that the kind of coordination and collaboration that's supposed to subsist between him and his boss, it's not like that. It's left to fit. So just go for the record. So basically, he's doing for the record. Go there. Oh yeah, I went to the match. Oh yeah, man, but I don't even know whether you take it or not take it. I won't like bidding on. So he enters there, gets no assurance, gets no common ground. They do not get common ground on issues. You see why the country is not making progress. You see why the country is just being run in different shits and directions and all of that. One group is going this way, another group is going that way. Because for ideas to be centralized and then come out and made public, it's not happening. So the vice president thinks and feels when he goes in the office and makes his suggestion. Mr. Vice President, you're not only going to make your suggestion, you're going there for you and the president to have conversation on whatever the issue is, right? And agreed. The instant case is the motorcyclist issue. Before the vice president intervened with the motorcyclist issue, lifting the ban and agreeing on all the restrictions, did the vice president meet with his boss man? Did they agree? Did they argue it out in ways that they will come? Did he convince the president, or was the president on the same page? Or the president just allowed it for the moment and then subsequently the president did what he wanted to have done with the motorcyclists? This is troubling for our country. The two people are supposed to be meeting and agreeing on things and doing it. In no time, the vice president secures an agreement with the police for the motorcyclists and all of the regulations and all that. And in no time, the executive sends an instruction to the police to get them off, and they're off the streets. So what is happening here? Without any deference to the vice president who initially intervened in the matter. So something is not right, something is not straight. So is vice president who is that functional? A vice president who does not who's not operating correct, who decision or recommendation he himself is not even sure whether it will be granted or not, is the same vice president that chest beat about being better. So what better are you if you are having zero impact? If the office you occupy, I mean, are you following the trend that his own words were using, right? Now, listen to him on the side. He goes on the other side and his chest beating.
I'm a sitting vice president, a common citizen of president. When I'm driving, going to work, we are
that functional vice president. He himself said he's a racing car park. That functional.
When you're president, you're coming with park.
Irrelevant.
Should not go to work for president. Yeah, right. I'm a sitting vice president, a common citizen of president. When I'm driving, going to work, we are park. So we're not equal. I'm the sitting vice president. When you're president, you're coming with park. The first thing, I should not go to work for president. Yeah, right.
Okay, so this happened, right? This man, just from telling us that he is, I mean, he is a racing car park. It's an old car park, right? And when he enter a room and get Eva, when he go and get lay Eva, he move on there. They take it at A. They not take it at A. He move on there. This is how he is doing a vice president where he go home, he come to session, he move on there, he go home, he come to session, he move on there, he go home. This is how, I mean, absolutely taking away all of the values and the substance that comes with being vice president in his words. But he comes back because his emotion has been triggered. And then he says, hey, you know, with all of the venom, he's demonstrating authority at this point. He's saying, hey, I'm the sitting vice president, but you are a packed vice president, a packed vice president, OK vice president. So you're not functioning. We're talking about, at least if you're a functioning vice president, will understand. I'll come to the other aspects of his outburst, which I found very disconcerting. It must not be coming from a level-headed and vice president, the second most respected office in the land, and all of that. Like somebody said joviously, now look, as much as we respect the fact that Rodri is the current Ballon d'Or, but imagine Rodri saying because he is the current Ballon d'Or, so he is better than Messi, Ronaldo, and all that. The logic. And you understand? So sometimes you just put the thing in simple terms, which I understand. So Kun says, by virtue of the fact that he's the current holder of the office of Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, makes him better at the act of leadership and governance, or puts him in a position better in his mind than the former president. Which I really do not have much problem, but the issue is understanding context. And beyond that, what is the need in saying that? What value does it add to you or subtracts? Right? Anybody can be sitting vice president. And of course, anybody can be former president as well. And even the sitting vice president can be former vice president and all that. But the most troubling part is with that level, and this is igniting a whole new conversations about reimagining Liberia, reimagining us in terms of our electoral decision making. Most of the time I emphasize on that. Most of them, me, I'm very concerned about the quality of people we elect to leadership, public office. Since I became conscious enough in this country, I've always known that some of our problems stem hugely from the quality of people we elect to be making decisions. In fact, the kind of decision when you read the kind of policy, and the policy they say it makes sense. I mean, no, here, no. I mean, just take some of their papers, you just read it, and you understand because these people, the way they get to the different offices, ignoring people's limitation, ignoring people, and incompetence or incompetences, and ignoring all of that and allowing trouble, bigotry to decide for you, allowing petty hate and envy, allowing propaganda as a basis for your decision making, and regionalism, all these things, all these negative vices have affected Liberia very badly. Kun wasn't meritoriously selected for vice president. Kun did not show persuasive credentials and competence and demonstrated leadership track record that will appease any political leader making sound decisions on the vice president. If you go back in time and read and listen to Mr. Boaka's own ideal vice president, Kun does not fit there. But he had to make do because of the trouble advantage that Kun presents. The Nimba thing. Nimba people do not, for the most part, will not reason fully. Nimba people only care for a Nimba man, a Gio speaking Nimba man. That's how they look out for. Once that is done, care less about whether they may go school good, no. Care less about whether they may. No. So basically, the Unit Party saw that and they took advantage of it, and Nimba proved them right. And they gave their vote to him. Right? This is exactly how it happened. So it was his track record was not assessed and qualified, and was not the best. And you understand? He was a make-do candidate. Make do. So let's make do with this dude, and that's how he became. So, boy, you go ahead and say, "I'm better. I'm better, man. I'm a better man than them."
Right. I'm the sitting vice president, a common citizen of president. When I'm driving, going to work, we are back. So we have equal. I'm the sitting vice president. When you're president, you're coming with back. Actually, the first thing I should.
Right? So the misinformation there is that president, it's not a common citizen. In fact, this whole idea of common, to be hearing that from the leader that's supposed to be making strides to have Liberian elevated and creating a middle class, right? Are they one bragging themselves and telling us that, you are a common citizen? Common citizen refer to the ordinary people in society, particularly those who are not part of the elite or ruling class. So that we don't want Jeremiah Kun or put them on. You who are dancing in the purple water that you're. Say he is better than you. I'll come to the we are. Say he's better than you. You're not equal. You're common citizen. You're not part of the elite. They are the elite. So then waste the time on you. So in order to reduce President Weah, he had to take President Weah and turn him in your category and say President Weah is a common citizen. Maybe for maturity's sake, he would have said, now as we speak, President Weah is a private citizen. He's living privately in the country. And by virtue of the fact that I currently occupy the office of the vice president actively, under our laws, I will be accorded some privileges, right? I will be accorded some some honor before him or some recognitions in places. Yes, that is understandable because a private citizen. But to say he's a common citizen, I think there where the whole debate is centered. But was Kuhn right to be referring to another Liberian in such denigrating manner? Any which way, whether we are, whether anybody. Did that speak humility on his part? How does that represent, how does that speak for Kuhn as an arrogant, big-headed, power junk, obsessed character, obsessed with power, fame, and authority? It is dangerous to have people like that occupy sensitive position. People who are obsessed by power, they can do anything. I mean, these are signs of dictatorship. When power enter your head and you start discriminating and categorizing now, common citizen, we the elite, the common citizen. So this is what happened. The argument about whether President Weah fits in the common citizen category, and I see a lot of the very common citizen that they are talking to are the one passing around and saying, yeah, the men are common citizen, man. You and the man in the scene, you and the man is in 2 generations of your family and the men are the same. Right? 2 generations. There is a law in our executive law so basically to distinguish how President Weah, the vice president was wrong to have referred to the former president as common citizen. So these kinds of elementary mistakes must not be coming from the vice president. Basically, this is what, because vice president is a standard now. You know, standard. You can be sounding like that now. And you know, yeah, man, yeah. So annuities for presidents and vice president, and considering for ex-president, right? Executive law has it that for president, an ex-president who has honorably retired to private life and who is not in any way employed by the government shall receive from the government an annuity of 12,500 United States dollars. How many common citizens receive that amount? 50% of such annuity shall be paid after his death, assuming that former president, any former president, passes. His widow is entitled to 50% of 12,500. That's 6,250. That's common citizen there. And the vice president refers to the man as common citizen. But then why are you paying him that money? 50% to his widow. And on the death of the widow, or if there is no widow, in portion to each of his minor children. Then that money, that 50% will be split amongst his children. And there is a provision for former vice presidents as well. So that person cannot be a common citizen making such a money. Common citizens are now assigned armed security personnel at their different properties wherever they are and with them. And when they are leaving, for example, a city limit, they're entitled to convoy. Yeah. A government can buy fuel for them. So the conclusion was emotional, it was flawed. That misinformation, the fast checker was supposed to check that one too. But the fast checker are extension of the Unity Party bandwagon. That's who they are. They only have to prove us wrong. Let Mr. Alexander Kumi go sit down somewhere in Tucson and you see them running fast check. Or let President we are, or let somebody from the opposition go so fast check. Go. Fast check. Kun sat in America and spoke gibberish. The fast checker care less about checking and correcting so that the vice president will be careful the next time he talks. He speaks on issues. So, folks, these are what the issues really are. When you're in senior offices, I have said here that leadership must stem from an exemplary position. Exemplary position, but that what do I mean? Is that people who occupy leadership offices must be exemplary in many respects. They don't have to have all of the PhD, but their life must be an example and an inspiration in areas that people sees rarity and people can clinch to, people can emulate. But we don't take bouffons, dummies, and bonsoirs and put them in public offices, and then we compel the entire society to treat them with honor and dignity. That is a disservice. And our teachers need to do a lot with the kids, educating them. NEC needs to put a lot into civic education. Some kind of thing. It has to be a national endeavor. Liberia is making a lot of errors because when we go to the polls to make leadership decisions, right? We know they are uncle here that won't be represented. Not correct. In fact, you don't even see you. You saying I won't play every day in coming in with different. The man is unstable. But we say that kind of man that looking at that supposed to be leader for whole district, over 45,000 human beings. That man is supposed to go there. That man has the capacity, right, to sit down. The man is indisciplined to sit down with one woman, but that man is disciplined in your mind to sit down and commit himself to over 50 and to over 500,000 pages of critical national documents, to read through them, correct, and cross the T's and dot the I's in the interest of the country and the people. We are missing it. So they become lackadaisical. They are all there, and all they do, they come out, they stay in front of the microphone, they cause the we are, and they're okay. Until we can correct these fundamental errors, these fundamental mistakes as a country, we will remain in the cycle. If we were doing these things, trust me, there is no reason up to now until Judgment Day. Nobody can provide any genuine reason why a Bwaka should be elected president of Liberia. Nobody, wherever. I mean, nobody, aside from sentimental issues and all of that, and people trying to come around power, nobody can convincing, qualitative, convincing, scholarly, and a reason why a Bwaka making full assessment of him should be president of Liberia. So that poor decision making, at the end of the day, it boiled down to what? Ethnicity, tribal, regional, that's what it came down to. So every time you see our elections, we leave the substance and come down to, Lofa people. So that means you compel Lofia now to ignore reasoning and go vote because that they are Lofa men on the ticket. You will compel Nimbayans to see the contest from a tribal angle. So all of the time we're making decisions for Liberia, but we are making selfish decisions. We're making it based on our own tribal comfort, religious consideration, ignoring all of the requirements for good leadership, and we just pull people there. Say the other man, they may not let our own people there. So all of us will go stand behind. So all of us are victims in the country. All the 16 ethnic groups, all of them are victims. All of them. Y'all do these things, and then you're finish, you'll come by, you'll complain. So since Ellen first time, we complain that, oh, no, just no medicine in the hospital. The other lawmaker will come, oh, we will do this. When you elect us, we'll go there and finish there, they go in the sunny bush, to go in the society bush. Society bush say, oh, they men that want to, oh, y'all go vote for the man. Then y'all come outside, y'all vote for the man, y'all go there. The man, as far as I'm concerned, the next time you only have to be in good relationship with the society bush. You think the country ready to go anywhere? Country ready to see you see? I mean, honestly, fairly speaking, you still not think about a country. You look around, you see how things are happening in your life. Compare yourself. Always put yourself against other people. For those of you that can travel, when you go, look at your age range. Look at your age range. See what is happening with your age range in other countries. And you come back home, you see. So are you not triggered? How to fix that? You can't go take a retired man and go pull him over our life for the next 6 years, and you think anything sound gonna happen. We're not gonna be in this cycle of friendship, political acceptance, and the woman will not do anything about it because, for the most part, I'm not sure. Even if he contests 2029, it wouldn't bother him much if he doesn't get it. He would just want to contest because even Baka does not have a clear-cut way of transitioning from the presidency. See how former President Weah is. The man's living his life. He's still traveling large, still living big. Because he has other means of sustenance. How can a Baka, after the presidency, be able to do it? So now, let me come to my cash giveaway, people. So I'm coming to give out $2,000 to a category of people I call loyalty players. The loyalty players are those that says, come what may, I win you, and I win you. For as long as there is something on Freedom FM called cash giveaway, and the brothers can be there talking about it, I will play. The loyalty. So when we identify our loyalties, like Jerome Moba, we call them, we dash them with $2,000. Good morning. Jerome, how are you this morning? This is Freedom FM. You're live on the radio. My name is Abu. Jerome, our system show that you're a very regular and loyal player of the cash giveaway. Is that correct? Hello, Jerome. Jerome, I know you received the $2,000, right?
Yes.
But do you know why you are receiving the money? Jerome?
Yeah.
All right, Jerome. Congratulations. You're receiving the money because you are remaining consistent and playing the game, okay? Jerome should be somewhere in reader, and we can understand how reader people there. So that is that. And let's call another loyalty player and give her another $2,000. And give her another $2,000, folks. Okay, so that is Louis Bro. But the moment Louis Bro puts his or her phone on, they are going to meet the $2,000 there. But it was important for us to let them know why. Because some people will be thinking, oh, maybe that mistake, somebody sent me money mistakenly. No. So if anybody knows Louis Broad, you tell them whatever 2,000 they find there. I say you must go tell the person to go send you small thing. The money small already. So this country, to face this country, we have to consider plenty of things. The way life is going is not correct. And unfortunately, those in power are so unshaking and they feel all is normal. As soon as they sit down somewhere and say, oh, CDC. And they can say, when they can get somebody to hire to be denigrating or say some things that they would love to hear. And these strategies are not going to work. The reason it's not going to work because you know what? Hunger does not have friends. Hunger does not have partisans. And all of those that you can reach out to, you will not reach out to everybody. The real people that are feeling the pinch of your bad governance, a lot of them do not have the capacity to come online to be writing and arguing. They are way there in the villages. They have not seen for 1 year, for 15 months now, they have not seen any direct impact or change in their life. Since they elected you, the condition of their roads remain the same. Since they elected you, the price of rice in their community have increased. Since they elected you, the transportation fares have increased. The rate remains in free fall, just no hey, no tay, chakla, chakla, cha, right? Since they elected you, electricity has been a nightmare. Since they elected you, you've been lying and lying. And for those of you, correct me. So it was on Monday or some part of last week, I received a call from Bapulu that the 250,000 water project was not working. The boss say for over a week, they had not received water. After less than a month when it was commissioned. So we spent 250,000 on the project that cannot guarantee 6 months of active service to the people. But we think as a country we are making sound decisions, and some of you go on social media and defend these guys. It is a fundamental problem. It is. I mean, come to think about it. So we say we make a decision on our country money. Say 250,000 United States dollars of the Liberian people money. We're going to invest it in a water project in Bopolu City, right? We take the project there, spend all those money after digging 750 feet down in the ground. Stay 1 month later or even under a month, we receive call that 1 week they ain't getting water. I'm not even sure whether water supply has been restored. The project that just finished, how we be doing, we be spending money, we be failing. I be doing failure. But the people voted for you. After 15 months, the people voted and said their fathers weren't working, their husbands weren't working. The women complained that they needed their husband to go to work and come home with something, that things were difficult for them. Create job. You have created absolutely no job. 15 months, Mr. President, and I hope you're listening or the folks are relating to you. You don't need to be my friend. I don't want to be your friend, right? But you are all of us president, and by virtue of that, you're all of our friends, you're all of our papa, you're all of our grandpa. So there are some people there, they're sycophantic, and they want to be lying to you, but Oba will choose to tell you the truth. And for that reason, sometimes will end your anger, you get very small. But when you prepare your grandpa, you're not supposed to get very plenty. When you get very small, you sit down, you listen, and then you do the right thing. But you are a deliberately stubborn old man who has refused and hiding behind partisanship. In your age now, you must not be using partisanship. You must be a symbol of reconciliation. Bring the hustle. It's just that you get one grandpa in the hall that's supposed to be putting all the grandchildren, the man, and the stepmom, and everybody together. But the grandpa is the source of division. When you sit down near the other grandchild, you tell the other grandchild, you see that your uncle there, you're not correct. To all the Baba story. That horse every day knows to be inside. But you go see the grandpa saying, weak, frail, and you think, no, but the grandpa is the source of the evil in the house. This is the same thing we have at the national level. This grandpa is supposed to be the epitome of unity and reconciliation. This man is supposed to be, because, I mean, come on, man. With all of our sharp mouth and things we're talking. And when a grandpa call you like that, no matter where you are, you want to go and listen. Grandpa talk to you. And for the fact you want, but not a divisive grandpa, though. A grandpa who believes that you should be ostracized. A grandpa who believes that you must be persecuted. The Capitol fire is almost a month, if not more than a month or something. I will not be correct about the actual time, but there are Liberian citizens behind bars when the investigations are still on and they are not concluded. Nobody is talking. Nobody is saying anything. So anybody can be bundled up in our midst, and the regime will provide frivolous justifications, and these people will be locked behind bars. Their human rights will be violated. And all of these things. And nobody, and the society will not say anything, and nobody take care of them. And these brothers are behind bars. The same president that freed his friend, Gloria Musu, for a murder of her daughter in her compound, and there is no action to bring perpetrators to justice. The man that frees a murderer, right, is keeping behind bar in central prison, right? Liberians who were lied on, and there's been no prima facie to indicate or justify the fact that they committed. All of the lawmakers that they were linking to it, they've all gone to the police. The police has released them back. Where is justice? 15 months later, the people elected you, sorry. You're feeling, Mr. Oman. Mr. Walker is feeling the country. No hope. Hope has disappeared. Look at Liberia. Look on the faces. Go down Broad Street. The place is looking at ghost camp. Go down Waterside, where there used to be traffic jam. Human traffic. Go there today and see what is happening. And attend to friendship club. Everybody speaking to everybody. When people less busy, that time speaking Benin can be too much. But when you busy, as soon as you can't enter your store, you can't even put your hair aside. What time you get to speak to the other person? But when nothing is going on, everybody can and sit down right from the store door. Oh, mommy, hello, yeah, oh, yeah, Mary, how are you doing? How are the weekend? You start explaining all the story because you're not busy. Nothing happening. All kind of different lecture. When we used to go down Waterside, we'll be sticking behind each other. You'll be hurrying. Some of us have some of us refuse can go because they human being. But right now, that space, that one car space can be between human beings and be walking. One car space about walking. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call, and you'll be live on the conversation. This is the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. And so let's hear from you all out there. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Freedom family. Good morning to my fellow Liberians on Radio Land this morning. By the way, the introduction, I'm Alfonso A.S. Kamal. I do join this conversation this morning from a peaceful resident of East State, Transformer Community within District Number 10, relatively old road. Thank you. You have said, thank you for the topic on the discussion this morning. Alfonso A.S. Kamal has campaigned immensely against George Manuel Weah for a election. But what we voted for today, we are not seeing what we voted for. All the bad governances we spoke about, all the bad practices, all the rules of all the rules of law, everything has been broken down more than ever before. Corruption, our particular against corruption, everything has gone out of hand than ever before. So it's uncomparison. We cannot compare Joel regime now with the regime because I think the king will mention that the king to rescue La Brem, but the mission now has become a mission. Every day we are seeing a lot of things are going on unfavorable to the society, unfavorable to the Liberian people. So what you are saying, everything is in accordance with the reality. If you love your child, tell your child around you that you love your child. We made Joe President Bucket president today. We battle against Joe for the day. Joe day in the politics. I say I can never vote for Joe. So we are lobbying for football, for sporting. But when it comes to presidency, when it comes to politics, I don't lobby for that. And up to this, I step on my wall. We told us what kind of government could be on different government, it could bring teachers different to the society.
So what thing you are depending on what you really saw in Bwaka that you felt he could be better?
The reason I voted for Bwaka, because of the law serving in government as an official experiences. Because we know that experiences be successfulness, competencies. So this is a part I look at.
So for you are only looking at the longevity in public service, right? The fact that he's still long in government, I will convince you that you are going to do better. So you say you look at a contribution? No. You say you look at a contribution? Yeah, you say you look at his contribution, right?
Yeah, I look at it.
So what kind of contribution? What kind of contribution you saw? Wait. What the main contribution you saw that impressed you and you said that let me go vote for the parliament based on what that contribution that you saw?
When it comes to reality or visibility, I will not say anything for that. But what I voted for, I for him because what experience in governance.
All right, thank you. I understand. You see, you gotta pin people down to down. When you pin all of them, nobody can really. Good morning. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Othello Wonyom from the community. But you made me laugh. You made my woman myself laugh. That way you say, "What you have to talk about, man?" So my wife and myself was laughing. I mean, Papa be opposition radio, or Papa be opposition boy. That is for you. You are done the truth. It is about come on, you did, but you didn't laugh my wife. I said, I want to.
Yeah, but you say you say you be man. You know the man, the public giving you a hard time.
My wife, I never laughed before. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Okay. I'm trying to get this guy. Oh, well, okay. Let me take this other line. Good morning.
Yeah,
good morning.
Yeah, good morning, the fire brand. I put this Rogelius here, and I'm going for my combatant.
Go ahead, Rogelius.
Thank you. Thank you for the platform this morning because you want to so far because of people and the term of character that possess for which majority of people for the that doesn't want to see. But the issue we talked about
thank you.
About the people bring to what they have been doing their I think you can that should be the 10 degrees of experience. Sorry, we could not see that if no government who are I was then agriculture minister that was fired for corruption. PNC and later LNP, PNC collapsed. The man who works in the transition, let's say, of the
Amos Sawyer.
yeah, it's about quarters.
Okay, I've been trying to manage very, very, very hard. On a screen circumstances, your line is so terrible. At least you made your point. So let me take David King. David, you're live. Let's hear you, man.
Yeah, good morning, my brother Abu. Thank you so much for the recognition. Let me wish you well in your holy month of Ramadan. May Allah continue to strengthen you.
Thank you.
Bless you and your family in this holy month.
I mean,
you see, Abu, Liberian people have to understand, most of us, and we saw this thing coming, especially you people that had the wallet platform to inform the world and Liberia at large. You said this all the time, and people in America were threatening their family members back home to elect the field, government to power. When I listen to Jeremiah calling President, we are a common man, and he's a common citizen, I sat and laughed. I said, it is the same common man who make you to be somebody in the country. I mean, I think President, we have to carry the Liberian Senate. You could have become senator today to even think about becoming vice president.
Mm-hmm.
But the man you call it common man, when international people come to the country, they go to see the common man. They don't come to your house. They go to a place to see him. Or recent, the man who you call common man, the whole EU team, where a Jamaica resident of the president and the president Jamaica resident, having tell with him. They even have photographs. Today, you are telling people that George Weah is a common man when he made you.
Okay.
But let me have you informed.
Quickly.
Quickly. Jeremiah Kuhn, 2029. If you are thinking that George Weah is a common man, 2029, you want to say this thing to make yourself powerful so that you can rig the election, you meet with stiff resistance from the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you. Remember how are people move from India 1 year for people not eating? Some people not talking the hungry. Y'all rest the 2029 minutes. Abi, let's hear you. Good morning. They won't eat that. We don't need the people.
Foreigner is 4 hours ago.
Yeah, it go.
I'm telling you, brother, it's not easy.
No medicine in the hospital. I will move on. I will even read 2029. Say it's not easy.
I will even read 2029. You know you must be living that fight before. But I will.
Everybody need getting loan in the country.
That other rescue mission got a presso. What was the contribution? You guys say no, I can't.
yeah, don't mind.
So he just voted because he said, "We're gonna stay in power in government for 42 years."
Yeah, but let me fair to him, right? For him, he said he was looking at the fact that the longevity now. Yeah, but you know the extra detail now to be able to pin something from there. That's what he couldn't do.
Nah, they're not there. They're not there, brother. They're not there. It have, but we just pray for the country. It's tough. It's tough, brother. I'm sitting here, I know it's tough. To buy gas every day, brother.
My man, the country now that nigga, ain't no nigga chicken. How the nigga can be long? Everybody looking at nigga Republic again. Thank you, Avi. So, my Helena is here. Let me bring in my Helena. Good morning. We're trying.
Abu.
Yes,
let
ma'am.
Jeremiah do what you want to. I'm playing nobody. I've been the people that put in there that voted for him. I believe the people. You live from where you go, different place, then you go get Joshua. You making Joshua famous every day. You don't know. We all active to international community. They choose Joshua over you. You so wicked. We suffering here. We hungry here. The country. You're making police to beat us on nonsense. You're telling the police people that they must be here when anybody touch them, they will be here responsible. No rule and law for it. So that's why you're telling the people you're keen to kill us, you're not keen to rescue us. Jeremiah, that's what you want to tell us? Wicked Jeremiah, wicked man. We are talking about looking at that.
Hey, my get him money.
You do that kind of wickedness to us. Then you talking about Georgia. This is what you do that he can do. You want to compare yourself when we are not president. But you can't compare yourself. He over you. What you looking for did not get. He got it before he came to the presidency. You know who made you? Jeremiah, you know who made you? What is this? What were we on? What rudeness? I know before, but I brought to rule.
Okay.
And you know, so, and Joseph Baka will not die. Joseph Baka will end it 6 years and will put every person there.
Okay. All right.
Let me tell you now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, of course. I mean, no, Mr. Baka. The Baka is our grandpa. He's gonna be me. They made me and I tell you. I said they may do the president. They probably anytime grandpa say, oh, grandpa, the way looking like give you walking stick. Grandpa said, no, you're all right. Am I yelling? Yeah, maybe walking. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning, brother. I would this is Christopher calling from New York.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, you see the part about it, the lack of education and the lack of respect is what these people bring on the table. Have no manner. Those are the kind of people that are elected today and no in offices. Jeremiah Kuhn, for Christ's sake, this man is our ex-president. He needs some respect. Okay? You don't talk to him like that. And for your education, the people you call common, they elected you. But because they may understand their plight, that why he identified with them every time. They were wherever he go, you see people coming up to him.
Yeah, somebody sent me that video, man. There's a video, I think yesterday.
They look at him as a leader, that what they look up to him for. But for you, can you imagine? You got to look at yourself in the mirror. The man who you're serving, honor as vice president, look at you and call you a devil. You are one of the devil that the man said he was dancing with to come to the presidency. You're not looking at
but Joseph, and he accepted you told the man, say the man bring going down.
The man look at you and call you devil. You're not even thinking about that. Then you're looking at, George Weah, the man you want to honor. But have some respect for our leaders, man. But the part about it, these are the kind of people, the Liberian people elected. And they're just bringing shame and disgrace to us every day. You don't go sit out there to be talking, denigrating, the president like that. That's crazy. But those are the people, the Liberian people elected. Brother, God bless you, man.
Thank you very much. Okay, this is Liberia, and of course, we're here. Keep doing what we have to do. Good morning.
Yeah, Abu, I was on the line, but I played off the line Rodriguez.
Yeah, that conclude now.
Yeah, so Abu, you were talking about we are vice president. For me, I think in the common sense, I want to be a common man like president we are. Who is education and campaign? So center, if common man, who they will not go to the vice president, you will not go to the vice president and go at his house. So, if that's the common man that you
After you finish electing the people, they call your common people. I see why one President Baka go anywhere the people don't even identify with him. Is he?
Yeah, but who is the common man? And who is the common man? Common man. The common man can't get back to them. So we have to see our common man will be with him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. Come on, man. You come on, man, or you bourgeois? You come on, man, or you bourgeois, Hussein?
Let me make this point.
My man, answer my question. I listen. You come on, man, or you bourgeois?
Abu, let me make this point. I don't want to be political this morning.
No, not politics now. Just asking you, my brother. You come on, man, or you bourgeois? Which category are you? You're on public record now. Go ahead. Uzi is in trap. You know, he won't be, he won't, you know, get in trouble with your bosses. Go ahead.
Abu, our religion does not permit arrogance, rudeness. Islam don't permit that. So we even support the government in our friends and not, retaliate or return those Sunday school words that we use on us. But I listen to the book, the past brother, my own. That was a shared respect to the former president. Politicians, most of them, they don't read. It was a law of power. You do not outshine your master. That's one. For the incident, allow your enemy to go far and do not let him come close. So take for the West scenario, if Joshua was their enemy to Jeremiah, if you read the law of power, you shouldn't let Jeremiah go too far. You don't let him come too close. In all regards, he's the former president of our country. If he would have political differences, we will accord him that due respect as former president. Even we that support the Unity Party, President Baka will leave the surface and we expect Liberians to accord him in due respect.
That's correct. Exactly so.
So, I think that was out of order. We are not supporter of the CDC. I'm not an admirer of him. I will not vote him anything, but I must respect him.
But you're not even looking for your vote, my man. So forget about that one. Just your point. He said you won't be political. He said you won't be political. Then you're talking about it. Can I say somebody asking for your vote? But President, we are ever asking for your vote? So what is it?
This is why even on your show, I could have witnessed when I call people will come after me and say the worst thing. But I never go back and something about it. I will fundamentally disagree.
Yeah, but let me say something. Today you have been good. Clearly, when you say you won't be political, you can really. So that means all the time you've not been making sense. You've been political. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's Hussein Kewu, and of course, let me see. We have to go, folks. We just have to go. But I mean, this is the point. The point here is, as leader, we have to develop a culture of respectability and honor. We have to recognize these things. And I mean, whether you accept it or not, the vice president slipped. It was needless, and it only goes to tell all of us, to tell all of us publicly, the notion that have informed all of the disrespect towards former President Weah. I mean, listen to Jeremiah Kuhn, the way he sounded. Then you know why they have been disrespecting former President Weah the way they have been. Because they do not see him as a statesman. They see him as a common citizen. Right? They see him as a common citizen. And you two will be former leaders too. That's what you have to remember. So this thing here, no matter how it stay long, and you two gonna be former leader. And you always have to remember that. So life is give and take.
When I'm driving, going to one president, we are back. So we're not equal. I'm the 15th vice president. When you're president, you're coming with back. Actually, the president I should not hold the for president. I'm the 17th vice.
Okay, folks, that's all the time we've got to be here. And yes, we have to go home. This has been the Thursday morning presentation of the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. The weekend team will be here tomorrow to drive you home. I am taking my weekend break on tomorrow. Until we see you on Monday, do have yourself a wonderful time in Monrovia and the rest of the country. Let's pray and hope that our leaders will prioritize us and put the country first and forget about the personal differences and hate they have with each other and drive a prosperous Liberia for all. My name is Abu Sharif. Until we meet, do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Tell you can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. You work for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must pass some for it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop being crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop being crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, on the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop being crime for all of us.
When your radio sounds better, it's gotta be Freedom 87.9 FM.
But you know vex for me. Say I never told you since. But I hope that you are well. I hope your mind gets well. I pray for you. You God bless you. I forget you. I won't forget you. Stay my shoulder. Make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend indeed. Money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. You don't go so hard. Anything I get now from me and you. Yeah. How do you do, my friend? Nobody said you. That's why I take for you, my friend. Already me atata. You always stay in my mind. I did me gone. Cherish you with my life. Don't worry yourself, oh. Everything go day alright. If anybody try you, it's gonna be on sight. See my shoulder, make you rest up.